Let's move to the next thing, which is, now as I've told you, we have also TimePicker. Now we are going to move next to the topic TimePicker, Android TimePicker. That's it. So it's going to allow, it allows a user to select the time by an hour and minute. You need to remember this. So it's going to allow us, or allow the user, to select the time by an hour and a minute. So you cannot select time by seconds here, only minute and hour. So these are the three things you need to remember. So it's basically going to allow a user to select the time by an hour, by selecting an hour, and by selecting a minute, but there is no option of selecting the time by seconds. And it's a subclass of frame layout again. It's under frame layout of Android library, frame layout class. Let's go ahead and go through the example quickly. Example steps are same steps. So we'll create a new project with the name Android TimePicker instead of DatePicker. I'm going to change it to TimePicker. As always, modify the activity main file, which is basically XML1, and then we need to modify the main activity.java file. Run the application and get the results. That's it. So this is how we are going to do it. Let's go ahead and, add or create another project and check the output. So this is Android Studio, file, new project, empty activity. That's Android TimePicker now. Hit finish. That's it, and I am going to close the previous project. Just connect to the emulator. There we go. We go to activity main first, and then we go to text is already there. So only what we need to do is we just need to delete some properties here and add Android ID first. Android ID @ID text view first, wrap content property, then Android layout above. Problem. Android Android layout, align, and left. Running out, so we have to complete it. Layout, margin, bottom, 102 dp, and then Android. Layout, so Android, margin bottom, then margin left, which is going to be 30 dp. Android, so Android, margin left is done, margin bottom is done, then layout, margin start, it's going to be 30 dp again, then Android text, which is nothing. I'm going to make it an empty one. And again, we're going to add the button. So button, wrap content. Here also wrap content, but Android ID attribute @ID is button one. And we'll go ahead and define the layout properties. So layout align parent bottom, ALIGN align parent bottom is equal to true. Android layout center horizontal, horizontal equals to true. Android layout attribute margin bottom equals to 20 dp. Then Android text property is change time right now. That's it. And now instead of date picker, we are going to add time picker, wrap content, and wrap content here. Android ID is going to be, sorry, @ plus ID is time picker. Then attribute, layout attribute for Android. Layout above equals to @ID text view first, and then Android layout center horizontal. Why it's not coming? Just because I need to change the layout. True. Android layout margin bottom, it's 36 dp. That's it. And first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the layout to relative layout. This, and you will get all the properties done. And then simply I have to move to main activity file, as we have added several attributes, or you can say widgets there. So text view I have added, so I'm going to create one variable, same like we did before. Text view first variable, then I added time picker there, so I'm going to use time picker. So time picker, I will add a variable called time picker. Then I added a button, so I will add a button and change time will be the variable. Change time. All right, so then simply same way we are going to add text view. First is equal to text view find view by ID very fast, or dot ID dot that was the text view first ID. Then after that, TimePicker is a variable which is basically helping us to pick up the time. So TimePicker. So find view by ID, and then we'll use r.id dot TimePicker, which is the ID which we have selected, and TimePicker dot set in 24-hour view true. That's it. And change time, the attribute or the variable which we have defined as loss using the button, is equal to button button, button find view by ID. So the ID dot button one, and text view first dot set text get current time is the method which we are going to use, and change time dot on click listener new view dot on click listener is going to help us to do that. So then we're going to use change this at the rate override public void on click method, and then it's text view press dot set text get